Hey, Libra gang, how y'all doing? It's your girl, Root. Welcome, new people. I really appreciate it. Welcome, old ones. Well, not old, that y'all been rocking with me. I appreciate y'all looking at my videos. I really appreciate that. Yeah, this one is called Akashic Records, Don't Be a Sacrifice. And Libra gang, the reason why I said this is, well, I was listening to The Goddess, and I keep Ashera, Star Goddess. Y'all just listen to her. She's very knowledgeable. And she was talking about the Akashic Records, and she was talking about the covert. Well, she was talking about the covert, and she was talking about her feelings on why people are dying, and she feel that they're making sacrifices out to people, to different deities and gods and stuff. And that's why she felt that they were doing, because people, a lot of people are unhealthy, and whatever type of God that is, they're using people's energies, and they're sacrificing them for whatever agenda they have next. So my thing is, I was thinking about all the years I've been here, that they told us to eat 3 meals a day, snacks in between, water, juice, all that stuff, and clogging us all up. And then the water, they have poisoned the water, and you're trying to find out how to get good water. Dr. Sabi say alkaline water, and that's kind of hard to find. So now you're stuck, thinking about how to get healthy. And now most of us know now that the 3 meals a day, you shouldn't be eating 3 meals a day, because that causes your insides to be clogged up, and a lot of us are getting very sick off of it. High blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, all kind of stuff from eating the 3 meals a day. So now you're trying to program yourself to eat better. Hopefully everybody is, or the majority of us trying to. And now they come up with this disease thing, this virus. And so the virus is killing people off because they're not healthy. And they program us to eat like we were eating. So, now most of us who are awake are getting more plant-based diets, and trying to eat right. And so we won't be, but that cobra to me is C for copper, and the antidote to me is like copper missing in your body. That's what I'm thinking it is. So the cobra antidote is putting the copper back, but the problem with that, the melanin, same thing, is if you have too much, you could die. If you have not enough, uh, if you have none, you could die. Then you have like a half. When they give you a shot, you will live. So, a lot of people don't know about that, but it's like, don't take the shot at all. Just keep on, and raising your, feeding yourself, and eating plant-based diets. So that's very important. I'm gonna read this before. Remember, we are 99. We'll just throw this in here. We are 99% space. We can be able to travel in the mind and out. So I'm saying this because I'm finna start on reading a little bit about the Akashic records. So knowing your Akashic records and going deep into thought, and going inside of the mind to get your stuff and find out who you were, all them in the dimensions and the lifetimes. A lot of people don't believe that, but it's time to believe something. You can figure out, because I'm pretty sure at one space and time that we came here on other planets, that we were them that's doing it to us now. So we can know their secrets. We can know what's going on, dipping into these records, okay? So yeah, what chakra records are needed to ascend to the Akashic records? What chakras? Human events, your thoughts, words, emotions, and intent ever to have occurred in the past, present, or the future, including every parallel universe, multiverse, omniverse, and all higher dimensions of an infinity and beyond. They're encoded in a non-physical plane of existence known as the Akashic records. Collective consciousness of your mind of God, which contain energetic vibration of every thought in every universe that has ever existed since the source. Excuse me, y'all. Trying to turn the page. Since the source contains all future possibilities. The library, interdimensional inside of you, believe it exists, is first. Open your mind, let go, let it flow, and you have the ability to access your Akashic records. Leave behind the thinking of the third 3D world reality. Then you can tune into the frequency of your information you seek. Breathing is important. Through crown chakra, solar plexus equals center of your personal power. Root chakra, all the 7 first chakras. Heart, yoga is good also. Eating right, and your kundalini. Find out more about that. And then we can beat this, whatever they're doing. It's time to go into the spiritual like they are. Yeah, and the reason I said about they're using it on us, going to the spiritual world. Yeah, I remember this movie, The Inception. You remember, at first it puzzled me, it was confusing. But then now I found out about the dimensions and Akashic records. So what they were doing is they was stealing they was going into people's minds and each dimension inside of their Akashic records, and they were paid to go inside and steal people's ideas. And that really freaked me out. And then they were going to different levels, and I don't understand. Like I say, there were dimensions, but they had to have an object. So that's why they suggested we use crystals to go to that next level. But they're stealing from us ideas. They stole people ideas, brilliant ideas, and the person that hired them made billions off of their ideas that the person thought they were going to implement into their world and make money. So they had stole it ahead of time. So they were paid to do these things. So you think they won't be doing that to us? You know what I'm saying? So this is the movies tell you what's happening, okay? And it's another movie. Matter of fact, it just erased for some reason. But I can show y'all some part of it. That was really crazy how to just... It's on Netflix. It's called The Magicians. And this is about it's a librarian up in the cosmos. And she has every book on everything that ever was and every person. And she's the keeper of it. And she has some other working with her that passed away and won't go to other realms. And her daughter. And this, y'all watch it on Netflix. It's really, really interesting. And they were talking about the Akashic records. So some broke in there, and through thought and meditation, and got their records and took other people's records and found out how to make themselves come back alive. And it's a lot, y'all. Y'all should watch this. This is really good. Those two tells a lot of things. I didn't know nothing about any of that. That's crazy. But yeah. So yeah, let me read a little more. So that those like things like that they think we don't catch on to are the things that they're doing. Right quick, I'm gonna go ahead on and in case y'all were looking for some type of plants or anything, or for someone or yourself, I'm not going depth like I do your healing journey. I'm just gonna pull a couple of them and see which one maybe you were looking for, so we can go ahead and eat our plant-based diet, be on our plant-based diet like Dr. Sebi suggested before he left here. He left a lot of different videos for us to watch and research things for yourself. That's really what he's trying to say. Question everything, And Mother Earth, she wants to make sure that we do that same thing, because she can heal us, with the plants. So I was curious about the stores and why we got stores, and found out because they make our food in the laboratories, about 10 companies. So where else to bring the food they took all the nutrients and vitamins out of, and put them in the stores and convince you that's what you're supposed to be eating, you know. And we've been falling for that for centuries, you know what I'm saying? So now it's time for us to start thinking for ourselves and realize that that food is not the food that we supposed to eat, because they put it in the laboratory and they took all the nutrients and everything out of it. So the simple things that you see the animals eating and they're healthy, we supposed to be eating. Okay, for instance, the acorn. It says get rid of worms and parasites, loose stool, bleeding gums. It's a mouthwash, nosebleed, ulcers, hemorrhoids, varicose veins, bruises, fiber, benefit gut, bacteria, stomach pain, bloating, nausea, diarrhea, digestive problems, bleeding, tumors, wet swelling, and density, diuric, and as an antidote to poison. So boom, I need this. Root tuberculosis leaves, wound healing, oak treat. The oak treats fevers, strength tissues, blood vessels, inflammation, irritation, skin, mucous membrane. So, you know what I'm saying? Just this little stuff alone. And then we got chickweed. It makes a saliva or balm for irritated skin rashes, acne, bug bites, stings, burns, eczema, wounds, and warts. Reduce swelling, bruising, varicose veins, okay, shingles, hemorrhoids. Make teas, colds, congestion, upset stomach, cleanse liver, bladder, kidney, joint pain, arthritis sufferers. So who knew this? You know what I'm saying? If we didn't start doing a little research on stuff. Be careful with it in your yard. It comes out our yard, y'all. With your animals, they don't need to eat too much of it. So after you get yours out, you need to clear it up for your animals. So it's another one. Magnolia plant, that beautiful plant, for weight loss, digestion, constipation, anxiety, stress, depression, fever, headache, stroke, asthma. Flower. The flower bud used for stuffy nose, running nose, cold, sinus pain, hay fever, headache, facial dark spots. Okay, make a tea with it. You know what I'm saying? So it was. I'm gonna pull two more because the two's the same. Yeah, all this stuff that they that we can get out our yard. We don't have to go in them stores and get stuff that they took all the nutrients out. Is gonna make us sicker and make slime inside of it for that mucus and all that stuff. So you can feel the eggs half the time. The shell is so soft. It's just horrible. And I looked up on when they started making them hybrids way back in the day. So that's just sad right there, y'all. That's just really sad to me. It don't make no sense. Let's see if I can get two more cards, y'all. That's one. No, I'm not gonna take that. Let's see. Let's take these last two. Okay, and they got your walnuts. Okay, walnut oil, sugar control, cholesterol levels, fungal infections, candida, jock itch, athlete's foot, reduces aging, cirrhosis, dark circles, cures inflammation, disease and digestive problems, heart, blood, sugar, lower anti-cancer, skin boost, stimulates skin growth, inflammation, disorder, wound healer, gut, free radicals, cell damage, blood pressure. Okay, then the pancreas. Let me see if I got that on there. Might have to pull another one, the pancreas. Yeah. Pull it. Yeah, it says is it pancreas? Oh, it's another one on the chickweed. Fresh with a daily, eat stem, leaves, flowers, seed, petals. Prepare like spinach, steamed or sauteed. It's for bowel movement, blood disorder, asthma, lung disease, obesity, vitamin C, D, E efficiency, called scurvy, skin uh, cirrhosis, rabies, itching. Just a little more on that, y'all. But yeah, well, so yeah, the health benefits of pancreas, field pancreas. Seeds are tonic, good for eyes, antibacterial, effective against growth of this bad bacteria. Protect the soil in the winter, prevent corrosion. Farmers want to change weed to wonder fuel. Skin blood tonic, purifying, induces swelling, remove of mucus, boom. Secretions from the lungs, well-being of liver, increase of the secretion of bile. Okay, danger to your animals, so be careful, they'll eat too much of it. But yeah, that's probably where they started us lying more in yards, y'all. You know, you never know. So you will think that all that's just weeds and not healthy products. You know what I'm saying? Crazy stuff. I'll read y'all a little bit about. I have never known this about Martin Luther King. I found it in the 7 dimensions of creation, and he was talking about Martin Luther King were told to come on with the aliens. I believe we can find our family aliens, y'all. Y'all see why I say that as I keep reading. Dr. King says, in the beginning there was only potential, then for some reason, only for the absence of itself, this original potential was brought into a bond with manifestation. The force uses to bring this about can only be referred, divine, mind, motion, sound, vibration of matter. Okay, and he was talking about this because he was invited to a spacecraft in orbit. Okay, it had a protection around it for reasons people won't shoot it down. People see stuff, they get to panicking. They can change their vibration. He said they can change their vibration at any time. They can go to higher realms and our realm at the snap of a finger. Y'all hear that rain, y'all? When they blink out, they change their dimension. They have huge and amazing screens on the satellite which show different parts of the Milky Way galaxy. 5D, Dr. King said. They were lifelike 3D. I guess they appear in whatever form that planet they come to. But they were told, but he was told they were of 7 dimensions. They wanted him to know because to make it known for those who are ready for it on earth. So he wanted us to prepare for them and also for our own, enlightenment or our own this ascension. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they said therefore even basic matter exists within this framework. Will, mind, motion, time, length, breadth, and height. The divine will impose those conduit upon mind which bring us potential and the manifestation as directed motion in a time frame to length, breadth, height, and okay. So that's telling us that we have it in us. We are part of them. So we don't have to just stay here. You know what I'm saying? We could go to other dimensions. We could fulfill our destiny here, go into our Akashic records. We ain't been on every planet. This is not nothing new. We here on Earth going through what we going through. We done been here many times. You know what I'm saying? I'll read a little bit about the Akashic records. I like what Teal Swan says when she talks about the Akashic records. Yeah, it's really important. She says, so in order to get to your knowledge of your information, the times you experience, everything you have to leave the body, which is the 3D, because it is limited thought, kind of like in prison with gatekeepers all around watching your every move. That was my interpretation, y'all. So in order to get or escape, you have to meditate, find a quiet place, which it might be hard, all this just living in the city. Kids around, people around, like wardens like to keep you, and the other chaos they put around you, noise, negative things, thoughts, people, especially in the brain, tell you crazy, what you thinking that for, we can't do that, you know how it go. This sin, like this incense too. Especially in the brain, they send downloads to keep negativity going, and to keep you in line, like in the jailhouse. But once you can escape, then you can meditate. So breathing, meditation, all is very important for you to do. And going to finding a quiet space, you have to run somewhere and get a quiet space. I suggest taking a spiritual bath, using incense candles, being quiet, because some of them incense drive people away. They scared of them. You can tell some in them that ain't supposed to be. Being quiet, closing your eyes, it would help to know your blood type, to see what you can eat. We're going to talk about blood type. I want to know, is there a librarian in charge? These are my questions of this. Or is it you or source that you are part of? Or are we so used to help that the brain needs another source to help with things? So I was thinking about the movie when I said the musicians and the librarian was there. Do we need help from her getting there? Because they didn't need no help from her. Most of them was escaping. They tried to ask her, but she wouldn't allow it. So, it, like I was saying about Papa Allegra, I asked him to cross the crossroads and to talk to my people to make sure they were okay. So he was in charge of that. So who was in charge? You just hold these crystals, you know, in our hand, because that's what I did at first. I seen a bunch of beautiful lights, and then I didn't go as far. I got disrupted, and then they tried to scare me with different shapes and things that they thought were ugly. They don't know I got Scorpio in my chart, so hey. More on how to repair your body, blood type, bloodline, then your ancestors, who you're part of, will help because of the people that were before you. See, they told Dr. King, pulling on their strengths, beliefs, what they ate, then the plant-based diet, not the meat dairy, because of the weight it holds in the body. You want to be lightheaded, so to speak, like us, air signs. You want to be up in the head, not heavy, but the body holding you down. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, try to hold on. Hopefully I can squeeze in one more. I probably won't, y'all. I'm gonna have to make a second. I'm coming back right back with Infinity Waters. I want to read what he talks about. Okay, be right back.